with another episode of Funky Friday, and I promise people, I really do promise. Give good content for the masses, but most of all, I promise to keep it funky for you. Now, my next guest is an author, motivational speaker, a poet, but one thing that isn't on this tagline that I will add is a vibe curator. Hey, he puts people on for other people to be like, And if you see this content or see his content, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. His mama called him Tony Knowles, but everybody else call him Ace Metaphor. So I present to some and introduce to others. Mr. Ace Metaphor.
That was a good intro. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? So happy to be here and all the good people. Thank you so much for putting all this together. This is nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can go to my first question, but you were talking about before the cameras got to rolling.
Yeah.
Is you always are curious to see people's setup.
Yeah. That's where my brain goes to initially, is always learning, being a student of this. And this is how it started. Like, I remember starting as a poet in 2013, and I was doing my own local events in Dayton, Ohio. I'm talking about, 100 people came. I thought I lost my cool. 100 people came to see me, paid $15. And then I remember going to, I got invited to another poet's event. He was a traveling poet. So he had enough clout to get people in different cities to come watch poetry. And at the time, that's such a niche thing, when people doing the poetry. And so I remember going there, and I remember, I ain't gonna say who I was with, but I remember a lot of the poets I was with was like, man, how he get all these people here? Like, blah, 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 blah. You end up thinking about, man, he ain't even that good, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. But my mind went to, no, but how did he get all these people here? Mm-hmm. How did he get people from a random city that don't know him personally to show up 150 deep to pay $25 to get here? Mm-hmm. And our brains always go to how we can hate on people instead of how we can learn. Like, if you got that need to feel like you need to hate on somebody, that's signaling that you need to take your pencil and your pad and learn something from them. Mm. Because oftentimes they are doing something that you don't see, and that's the reason why they're successful. There's people that's gonna look at this podcast and gonna say it's just because he was an ex-NFL player. No, I see you working so much just from a fan from far away. I see all the shows you have. I see you on ESPN, you putting that work in. But that's why when I came here, I said, let me see how he putting that work in, because I know it's something behind the scenes that people don't see. So my brain has always went there, and I think that's part of why I've gotten my little slice, is because I can look at other people, not have a hater mentality.